Hi, I'm Rick Copenhaver with another life lesson. Today I'm at the South Bend Airport, which is one of the places I'm at a lot. And it made me remember a adventurous flight many years ago. And I'm going to call this life lesson, God has a sense of humor. On this particular day, I'm going to Vegas, and it was a night flight. I didn't like night flights very often, especially to Vegas. A lot of immorality on the flight. If you haven't gone to Vegas late at night, not sure if you'll enjoy it. But back then, requirements were a lot looser. You could still have a meal on the flight, so we took off, and all the ladies had taken their high heels off, and they were flirting and yelling and having a good time, drinking, and it just seemed like a party plane, if you know what I mean. And the guy beside me was doing immoral things with his girlfriend slash wife, whatever. And so I felt a need to get closer to God during that, we'll call it an adverse time. So I got my Bible out and he's reading it, thinking, man, God, please say something to me in this Bible today. And I flew a lot. So I'm sitting in the last seat, and all of a sudden the engine beside me makes a funny sound. And I wonder what the heck that is. And so all of a sudden the captain comes on the intercom. I want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little problem. We've lost one of the engines. Well, in my book, losing an engine is more than a little problem, but I guess from his perspective, it was a small problem. So then he continued and he said, we're going to have to be redirected to a different airport to check out our plane. So I need the crew to take the food away. Back then, they were still serving food. And then he paused for a second. I need you to take the food away. Pause. Now. And I never saw the flight crew move so fast. And what's funny is back then, the galley was in the back of this particular plane, and they would take this little gate, lift it up, and then stick the trays in there one at a time. And this day, because the captain said now, instead of sliding them all in, they raised the little door about 2/3 up, and then they just started throwing everything into that thing. Things were breaking, it was hilarious. And the thing that was most interesting is how sober everybody got on that plane. All the ladies that were flirting and running up and down the aisle, drinking, all that stopped. Total silence. The guy beside me doing immoral things, his little chain on, so he must have been a cross, so he takes it out and he kisses and kisses and kisses it like this is the end of life. And so we go around the airport, and as we go around the airport, you can tell the pilot's having a tough time. The reason he's having a tough time with one engine, he would, the plane would drop, and if you didn't have your seatbelt tight around your waist, you'd be plastered against the ceiling. So we dropped a little bit, and then he'd rev the engine. Then we drop and rev and drop and rev and drop and rev, all the way circling around. And then you're told everybody open up your blinds, and as you look out, then I can see the runway. The runways lined with fire trucks and ambulances. So this is no normal landing. And we're coming in pretty fast. And then the co-pilot comes on because the pilot's busy trying to figure out how to fly with one engine. He says, I want to let you know there's no alarm. The runway will be lined with fire trucks, and they will be chasing us to the airport. And I thought, you know, I've been on a lot of flights, and I've never had fire trucks chase me. Nice way to try to calm us down, but everybody was so uptight. The bottom line is we got there. We were there probably till 2, 3 in the morning, and then we got another flight. 30% of the people would not get back on a plane. Some of them I overheard say, I'll never fly again. So the point of the story is, it's so funny. I was really bothered by the immorality on the flight, and opened my Bible, say, God, speak to me. Then all of a sudden, funny, we lose an engine, and God did speak. Don't do that stuff. Follow me. And all of a sudden, everybody realized eternity was more important than their carnal pleasure. Have a great day.